Welcome everybody to writing the justice paper, draft 2. So there are some things I want you to be starting to think about in your draft 2 this week. Moving on from your shitty first draft into draft 2, I want you to start really paying attention to your MLA formatting. I want you to start paying attention to coherence and cohesion. I want you to start to think about the 6 traits. Remember those 6 traits that we did with the personal narrative? They are just as important in the rhetorical mode essay as well. This is an expository essay, so I'm not telling you to be informal in your language, but just because we're using formal academic language does not mean that we shouldn't be considering sentence fluency, word choice, voice, and things like that. All right, so here we go. Here are just some general reminders of MLA formatting. Here's a nice graphic for you to see how your paper should be formatted. And within your essay, you are embedding quotes with parenthetical citations. All right, so you need to make sure that you are giving credit to the article and the author that's writing the words and the page. And most things are not going to have a page number because they're from the web, but if you're using a book, then page numbers are important. Okay, so when you directly quote a source, you need to add your quotation marks around the words or the sentence that you copy. That's really important. And I want to remind you of the Jan and Meg show part 1, where we talked about how to quote dialogue and how you need to do the double quotation marks on either side, and that's telling us that it's coming from a different text. But if you're quoting dialogue, then you need to have the single quotes within the double quotes to show us when the talking is happening. So I just wanted to make sure that you're remembering that. You put parenthetical citations and the final period after the closing quotation mark. So it's going to be, quote, so you do it like this. Quotation marks, whatever you're quoting from the text, quotation marks, parenthetical citation within the parentheses, then the period. So there's a lovely example right here. You can watch this video that I made. I made a video going step by step how to format a works cited page. It's right here. The link is here, but I also have the link on D2L in the folder that you got this presentation on as well. Most of the citations have been done for you, but you still have to format them on your works cited page correctly. And sometimes the copying and pasting changes it. So you need to go and watch this video to see how you can figure that out, okay? You can also check out the OWL for more help. There's a whole link here, and this goes through how to cite every kind of source. So the OWL is going to be your resource. If you have specific questions, again, please don't hesitate to ask me. Email me, and I will email you back. But again, I'm just going to go to the OWL and look it up. So make sure that you've done that first, tried to figure it out on the OWL first, and then if there's still a question, please email me, because I would rather have this done before your final draft, right? So, and I'll be looking during this draft as well, but just go ahead and ask me any questions that you have. All right, here's another thing about MLA, and this is in-text citations again. So you can read over this yourself, and there's some examples here, okay? A little bit about coherence and cohesion. I have two different videos. One is about coherence, one is about cohesion. I believe this one, the green, is about coherence, and the purple one is about cohesion. And this is all about fluency and flow. This goes a lot with the, it goes along with transitions, because transitions are an important part of academic writing. You know that. And those transitional phrases and words that we gave you in the rhetorical mode instruction sheet, that is what they're going to start talking about, and then going further into how to make sure that your reader follows you from one paragraph to the next and from one idea into the next. So you can go ahead and watch those, and that might give you a little bit of information of how to tweak your paper for draft 2 or draft 3 if you're not quite here yet. And then, of course, I'm just putting the 6 traits in this presentation as a reminder. Once your ideas are down and you have your journey stops, which is your structure and your thesis statements at the end, then you can start playing with language. Refresh your memory. Remember how to do all of this. This is what makes things easy and interesting to read. So make sure to just refresh your memory about all of the different 6 traits. And I will be looking for all of those wonderful language choices that you're using. Just a reminder, draft 2 is due on Friday. Don't forget, you also need a cover letter with that to tell me what you've changed since your shitty first draft, what questions you have, and where are your trouble spots. And that all needs to be uploaded in the assignment folder so I can read that. Okay? So that's all I've got for you today on the Justice paper draft 2. I'm very excited to see your changes and watch your process. So have fun with this, be creative, and I'll see you in the next presentation.